Hello and welcome to this year's Grade 4 class of Awesomeness. For those who haven't had the pleasure of meeting me yet, I am Kyle Mulick, teacher of no years, but I am qualified. Look, here's this piece of paper that says so. And luckily for you, your children will be placed in my class where I can torture them at my pleasure. Well, if you ask them, that is, but I assure you, I only make them scrub floors on Thursdays, everything else is math. We've had a great start to the year already with the cross-country event a couple of weeks ago, and I'm hoping to continue this upward slope of good days. But anyway, who am I? If you're thinking, who is this guy? He came out of nowhere. You're right. I came from Queensland's southeast on the Sunshine Coast to complete my rural service, which I'm happy to undertake. I've lived on the Sunshine Coast most of my life, and attended numerous schools and churches throughout. I come from a family of 5, which became 6 due to an adoption. So mum, dad, and 3 brothers. My family has increased in size over the past 3 years. My own beautiful partner, who you may see around the school, Mrs. Santia Davies, and I have a daughter, Isla. Why did I become a teacher? I've always loved sharing what I know with others. Some called it know-it-all, others called me a smart cookie. But I always preferred to be informed. Informed so I can understand not only how something works, but why. And if that means being a know-it-all, so be it. I can just teach your kids and then they will all be know-it-alls too. I aim to think of creative ways to interact with your children and inspire them to learn and explore. I continue to do so even after they have left school and join the wider community. I aim to make them successful in whatever ventures they choose in the future and teach them how to achieve their goals as well as how to shoot past them. Jokes, games, facts, and real life experiences. That's what I'm all about. Learning without knowing you are learning is a fun way to learn. Consider when you watch friends playing soccer, having a chat with other friends who don't want to join in right now. Then, you get hit in the face with a soccer ball. You just learnt your friend either has terrible or really good aim, and that you shouldn't stand so close to friends playing soccer. In that example, it also promotes my love of learning through doing, whereby the students learn by interacting with something rather than writing lines about it. The experience offers opportunities that standard classroom practices don't. So not only does active experience give students the opportunity to see how something might work, but it gives them the opportunity to find out their own uses for the knowledge. Though throwing a child in the deep end doesn't always lead to great experiences, such as literally throwing your child in the deep end. They need to be scaffolded, in other words, guided. You don't just throw the child in the pool, you help them into the pool, give them a paddleboard, some floaties, and demonstrate what treading water looks like. Then, you can sit back and watch them soak it up like a sponge. The learning capabilities of any child are something to be desired by every adult. Think back to when your children were 2 years old. The 5th time you kick the bed trying to clean up after them, and you drop a colourful array of words. Then, the child immediately, and for the first time, repeats those colourful words back to you with a precision you never knew the child could muster. Then, another set of colourful words leave your mouth as your little angel has run off down the hallway screaming those words aloud to your partner. Little dibber-dobber. I intend to use my knowledge of how children learn to push them to become successful students of the future, and hopefully a bit smarter than us. That's the want of every parent, isn't it? To look at your son's homework, see a whole bunch of numbers, have no idea what it means and say, looks good, keep it up. Together as a class, we learn, and we're going to have fun doing it. Not only do I intend on using typical teaching strategies, but I intend to bring the classroom to the community. Students will be engaged in the wider community through incorporating school events and community events. Students will be offered opportunities to connect with those around them through assessment pieces that require interviewing locals on certain topics. Maybe even requesting those locals to be guest speakers in the classroom, whether it is a local hero, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander elders, or just you, their personal heroes. But don't worry too much. Their little faces aren't that scary and shouldn't bring up any PTSD on public speaking from when you were in school. Hey, maybe they could even teach you a thing or two on how to alleviate that for you. I am hoping that each child in my classroom will understand the way the adult world works, how it works and why it is like that. Now what do I expect of you as parents? I expect participation in classroom activities as a kid, and just talk to them. Ask them how their day was. Ask them to tell you at least one thing they learnt that day, and I assure you, there will be plenty they learnt, whether in the classroom or something outside. Parents are a child's first teacher, and probably the most long-term teacher they will have. So I say to you, teach them. Show them what you do, or something random that might surprise you and show you something cool in return. If you need help or external links for your own research, I can give you a whole heap of things to look at that's supporting your child's ability to learn. If you ever have any questions or just need to talk about your child, my door is open every afternoon after 3 p.m. I open my doors half an hour before school starts in the morning. You're more than welcome to have a chat with me then if you need. You can contact me through email. I try to check this once a day in the afternoon. You can also contact me through messaging. I prefer messaging because I'm usually working or busy, and the message lets me know who it is, the purpose of the message, and if I need to call you back or not. So please, keep in touch. I will do so as well too.